Hey peeps! So, we have a new topic to talk about this time, which is a little bit of a boring one, but it's one of them, it kind of helps to know this stuff. Obviously by the title you can guess that this is about being in control. So this video might get watched by some control freaks, and it's not that kind of video. This is kind of ways to deal with the public if you're a DJ or an entertainer and you're at a gig and, for example, you have drunk people, just how to remain in control, because obviously what you've got to remember is if you're self-employed, that it is your stuff that is at risk of damage, basically, so you've got to remain in control. But remaining in control doesn't just mean that you have to be angry and shout at people and that sort of thing. You can actually be in control in a very, very calm way. So this is a couple of the tips that we're going to go through, and then we've got some more questions for you at the end in the Ask MBD section. Okay, so firstly is be confident. Confidence can help, but too much confidence, and that can kind of make you look a little bit big-headed and not be very attractive. So have a little bit of confidence in what you're saying, what you're doing, and most importantly, look confident. You know, if someone asks for a song that you haven't got, then be confident enough to actually turn around and go, do you know what, I'm really sorry, I haven't actually got that one. Is there another one that you'd like? You know, sort of be polite with it as well. Try to know the audience as best possible. I've been working as an entertainer now for about 12 years, and there's certain things which I can do when I'm on the stage which will help me to learn a little bit more about the crowd. So even as a DJ who's stood behind all the equipment with just a mic, there's still little things that you can do to help you learn your audience. It might be to tell a couple of jokes. One of the little things which a lot of DJs do, and it often goes unnoticed, but I have ears, so it doesn't for me. But name an artist's name wrong. My God, one that I used years ago. Do you remember the singer Dido? We'll use her name as Dildo. You know, things like that. And just have a laugh, and you'll find where you're at with that audience. That's one way. The next point is to be prepared for anything to happen. The reason I say that is because, well, it's because it's wrote down, but because you've got to be prepared for anything to happen. I mean, we've already covered the fire safety and all that sort of thing. And what you've got to remember is as well as being prepared for the fire alarm to go off at any point, you've got to be prepared for people falling over next to you, for drinks to be spilled onto your equipment, you know, for people to be slurring down your ear and you not have an idea of what they're saying. You know, you've got to be prepared for this. So in the back of your mind, a little bit of preparation can always go a long way. So be prepared for that. You know, like I just said, the fire safety video that we did, and in that video I said, you know, have a little speech ready, and things like that. You know, one of the things which I got training on a while ago was what to do in the unlikely event of a terrorist attack. Now, when this first got put to me, I was like, well, isn't it just the same as like a fire in the building, in that you just get everyone out? And the answer is no, you don't. It's a completely different thing. Like, you've got to remain inside the building. If the explosion is outside, and I'm not going to go into this, but if the explosion is like outside, or you're told it is going to happen outside, you have to move everyone into the middle of the room, have contact with the emergency services and remain on the phone to them, and they will give you the instructions from then on. But my initial thing would have been, well, get everyone out of the building, but no, because you might be putting them into more danger. But that's a completely different video. I'm not going into that right now. But there's the thing, be prepared. The other thing with being in control is smile. A smile can actually go a long way, and you can try this during the day for yourself, but if you smile at someone, it's something like 80% of people will smile back at you. It's really, really weird, but it goes a long way. Just like saying sorry. I don't know why that came out wrong, but saying sorry does go a long way as well. You know, if someone is drunk and they really want to hear this song and you haven't got it, if you at least say, I'm sorry, I haven't got that song, would you like anything else? At least you've apologised for not having that song. It makes that person feel a little bit better. And in some cases, they'll probably be expecting you to be a little bit rude with them. And, you know, the fact that you've been nice with them might actually make them take a step back and go, oh, okay. Another thing is to stand your ground. If you don't have a song that they want put on, say sorry, I haven't got it. And I've had this happen a few times now, where they lean over and they're like, well, I've got it on my iPod, can I plug my iPod in? No. No, you can't. So stand your ground. The last point I've put down for being in control is to sell yourself. And this isn't in a prostitute kind of way. Close, but not there. When I say sell yourself, what I actually mean is that if you're a self-employed DJ, at all times, you've got to remain polite, look respectable, and be respectful to people, because that's your business. You know, anyone in that room could be your next client. So, you know, if you're rude to them, they're not going to hire you, and that's a loss of business. Like, we're talking, this could be hundreds of pounds, you know, and in these hard times, no one can refuse a couple of £100. So always sell yourself, and that is the being polite, being prepared, just being in control. So the last part of this video, aren't they? These blogs are getting shorter, aren't they? It's not just me. So we have a couple of questions, and what we do for the Ask MBD section is we say to people, you know, if you want to ask us a question, then write it on our Facebook wall, email us, tweet us, everything. All of our contact details are below this video in the not comment section, the video description section. So feel free to write to us and ask us a question, and we will do our best to try and get back to you as soon as we can. So for this part, we have, how important is correct timing? This could be taken so many ways. It's always important, especially, like I said, if you are self-employed. It's important that you turn up on time. It's important that you give yourself enough time to set up and to take down. It's important, like when you're talking in a music sense and you're trying to beat match. I don't know why I can't talk today. But when you're trying to beat match, it's really, really important that your time is spot on. If it's not, your mix is going to go to shit and it's going to be really unpretty. So timing, or correct timing, is always important. Like, that should be top of your list. What is the best way to get disabled people up dancing? And this goes back to the last blog that we did. Disabled people, it depends how disabled they are. You know, are we talking that these people have got mental disabilities, or are we talking that they're in a wheelchair? Are they just on crutches? That sort of thing. The best way for you to find out is if they have a care assistant, or if they're with a group of people, talk to them. Ask them, you know. It could be that they like hearing a certain song. You know, whatever goes. I've had it where, you know, people have been in a wheelchair and I've had them up on stage dancing. And fair enough, it's only doing the time warp, but it's still getting them involved. The most important thing which I've found with disabled people is to not treat them any different to the other people who are at the event. You know, if you've got one person who's in a wheelchair, that's not to say that that one person isn't going to get up on the dance floor as much as everyone else, you know? So just remain respectful and talk to them, and just say, you know, is there any song you'd like to hear? You know, just talk to them. This is actually quite a good question. Should I give excuse me, should I give priority to the people who are running the event when it comes to song requests, etc.? This is a really good question. I would say in a bit of a way, yes, because after all, they're the ones paying you. But don't give them too much of a priority. One of the things which I've started doing recently is karaoke. Now, I've had it where people who are running the event are literally requesting song after song after song after song, and it's like, this isn't a night for you to be singing. This is like a karaoke night. There's other people that want to have a go. So yes, give them a little bit of a priority, but not too much. Like, don't make it too obvious. So yeah, that's kind of all I can say about that. It's up to you. I mean, you might get some people that hire you and they're like, I'm not too bothered, I actually don't want any songs playing, blah blah blah, and you know, they're laid back. So it depends. It really depends. I want to be a DJ. Where is the best place to start? I despair. First off, save wasting your time. Check if you've got any talent. You know, it's pointless you going out and buying all the equipment if when you've got the equipment you don't know what you're doing, you've no confidence, you don't know how to set it up, that sort of thing. So have a little play around. If you've got a friend who's a DJ, ask if you can use their stuff, or go along to a couple of gigs with them and ask them to, you know, let you have a little go with them standing right next to you, and see what they think. Like, accept feedback. If they reckon you're okay, and you know, the people that you've played in front of while at their gig were fine with you, then start to look at like equipment and such. I don't know why I can't speak. My brain is mentally turned off at the moment, so that's why. A really good place to start, right the way up, like from basic equipment right up to top of the range, oh my god, amazing stuff, is a website called Disco World. I will put their contact details below in the little whatchamacallit section. Say it to me, I can't remember. It's the video description. Well done. I'll put their contact details there. Go and have a look at their website, because even as a DJ who's been doing this for a long time, their website is full of stuff that I want. Like, if I could carry it all and if I could pay it all, I would have it. I love their site. Their website as well is also full of videos, so you can actually see like lights and stuff like that getting used before you actually go and buy it, which is really handy. And it's also what I based my lights on as well, so it does help. And they are actually really cheap as well, so that is again really handy. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you later.